Hey lovely people, welcome to today's video, which is a Dungeons & Dragons Adventure issue 16, and we get some inspiration tokens with this one. Right, we'll have a look at those in a mo. Let's have a slurp of tea because it's going cold otherwise. Right, learn to play and explore. New exclusive adventure. Power of teamwork. Sail the sea of swords. Prove your mettle in contests and tournaments. Working together. In D&D, adventurers work together to win battles against fearsome monsters, explore dangerous locations and negotiate with NPCs. Although each hero has their own role to play and opportunities to shine, effective teamwork makes it more likely that the adventurers will leave a dungeon alive, laden down with loot. There are three main occasions when it can be important for a party to work together: during combat, completing certain tasks, and during social interactions. So then it's going to explain a little bit about combat, social interactions, and exploring and role playing. Oops. Okay, so not a lot of glue on this one. Right, managing monsters. So this is for the DMs, part 3. The myriad monsters of the Forgotten Realms have many abilities to surprise and confound those they encounter. I thought it was going to say have many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Yeah, that is my best Emperor Palpatine impression. Sorry, I do apologise. Traits, actions, bonus actions, limited usage. Lots of special abilities on a monster stat block have limits on how often they can be used. That's handy to know. Missing players and new players. So DM. It's game night. Everyone's been looking forward to it, but one player drops out at the last minute. Plus another player wants their friend to join the group, but the party is already 3rd level. Here's some creative ways to adapt to these common unforeseen circumstances. We have had players drop out and we've had new players join in the campaign that I'm on. One of the new players that joined us did so in a slave revolt at a slaver's bay, led by one of the characters that had been captured from our party. And they joined us, but then they left. And then other characters have joined us whenever we've made port, and you know, they've sort of like come up to the ship asking if we're looking for any extra help, etc. So that's pretty much been the mechanic as how people have joined us pretty much since we got the ships. Whereas previously, as I said, one of them joined from being freed in a slave revolt, and the characters that we originally started with, we all kind of met in a tavern. We might not have a couple of players turn up this week. One's on holiday, another one might not be able to make it because of ill health. But last week we battled some zombies in a snowfield, and then there was an avalanche. So what we might do is this week we might have it so that the characters that are missing are currently in the avalanche, and we're going to get around it that way. Taverns and inns. There's nothing like a night at the pub, and in D&D that can get you a safe room to rest in, fresh provisions, and even new quest hooks. Tavern tales. Distractions and diversions. Rest, rumours, information gathering. You know, I'd prefer to just line everybody up and get the thumb screws out, but apparently that's not the way it's done. Contests, challenges and tournaments. A test of skill, stamina or strength may involve a more direct challenge where the parties must compete to see who is victorious. There you go. A opposing goals. In some contests, two parties have the same goal and only one of them can succeed. However, a situation may arise where one of them is trying to prevent the other from accomplishing the goal. For example, when a monster is trying to open a door and an adventurer is doing everything in their power to keep it closed. Where's Hodor when you need him? Right, factions. It's more than just a social club. Membership in a faction can benefit your character and add flavour to their adventures. Okay. The 5 factions of Faerun: the Harpers, the Lord's Alliance, the Order of the Gauntlet, the Zentarim, and the Emerald Enclave, or Enclave. And now, is it Genasi, Genasi? Come on. How are we pronouncing a lot of these names? It's time to unbottle one of the Forgotten Realms' rarest and most remarkable species. Though much rarer than humans or even long-lived elves, there are a wide variety of folk in Faerun whose bloodlines can be traced to other planes of existence. Tieflings inherit their appearance and abilities from fiends, while Aasimar take their from celestials. Genasi are the kin of elementals, specifically the genies of the elemental planes: air, earth, fire and water. These elements are both the raw material of the plane and the 4 types of Genasi. It's going to change every time I pronounce it. Right, so you get earth, water, fire and air. So archetypal or unique. So they give you some examples there. Just a quick explanation of each one. And a picture to show. Right, the Sea of Swords. Giants, pirates, sea elves and storms. The waters off the Sword Coast are full of adventure as the land they wash up against. So, obviously locations for our lore section. And then Adventure 2, A Night to Remember, playtime 1 to 2 hours. Encounter overview. The characters arrive in Neverwinter and receive their fee from Orim Greywind for transporting him safely to the city. They spend an exciting evening at the Beached Leviathan, a famous tavern and inn in the Blue Lake district. While there, they meet a few of the locals, compete in a contest of strength, play a game of chance and fight a group of ruffians who have had one drink too many. This adventure provides several encounters for the party to engage with in any way they choose. The expected path is for them to celebrate at the Beached Leviathan, participate in the events that take place and fight off the scoundrels that intimidate them. If the players avoid these encounters or want to do something else, you can still use these events as inspiration for random encounters, as the characters explore Neverwinter of their own volition. So there you go. What's this? Ship? No, that's the bar. Okay. So it's a bar in an old ship. That is really cool. I like that. I really like that. That is pretty cool. So, Beached Leviathan rooms. You've got D6 rolling chart. So, a red wizard of the They recently arrived in Neverwinter. True. She must be behind the increase in undead in the dark corners of the city. False. See Encounters 26. Right, so that's going to be a few encounters along. People saw an ominous shadow beneath the waters of the Blue Lake. People that go for a nightly swim don't return. True. See Encounter 24. So what's... Okay, so it looks like this is referencing newer encounters. Orc tribes are on the move all over the north. True. A later adventure will deal with this. What are they planning? The Ashmedai, a clandestine infernal cult, is planning something vile. They are bullying civilians to achieve their nefarious goals. True. See encounter 18. A doppelganger escaped from prison 3 days ago and nobody can find it. It could be anyone. True. See encounter 23. A green dragon was flying over Neverwinter a week ago. It headed towards Neverwinter Woods. False. Right, so that's your rumours chart. Rust bag of tricks. Okay. You got a D8 rolling chart here. So what does this do? This ordinary bag made from rust-coloured cloth appears empty. Reaching inside the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small fuzzy object. The bag only weighs half a pound. You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a D8 and consulting the table below. The creature vanishes at the next dawn or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. The creature is friendly to you and your companions and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or to give it general orders such as attack your enemies in the absence. Oh, it's got a goat. Oh, sorry. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or give it general orders such as to attack your enemies. In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. Once the fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. I've got to send this to my DM because she has asked for a wish list of magic items. I want to be able to have this. I might not use it for myself. We've got a tiefling sorceress who's like really into her fuzzy creatures, and I think that would be perfect for her. Yeah, please. I've got a photo. I've got to picture that and send it off. Right. Anyway, enough of that. Here we go. Captain Harag. He's got an emotional support octopus. Superb. All right. No, sorry. This is getting me way too excited. Right. Anyway, that's the issue. Let's have a look at our tokens. So you get 5. I want somebody to open that bag and throw a goat. So you get 5. They're just laser cut and glued together, aren't they? But they're nice. You know, I mean, there's 5 because quite often you have 5 adventurers in a party. There's currently 5 of us, and we have a possible 6th who might come back. But I mean, yeah, they sound good. Somebody has previously mentioned that they are disappointed that the standard figure base of 25mm doesn't fit inside. And I get that. But the problem that you would have is that you're then increasing distances for encounters, because, you know, stuff has to be within 5 feet of each other to combat, you know. And if you've got, say, 4 of these and you're trying to contact an enemy, then it may get a little bit, you know, especially if you're a little bit stretched for space, as it were, on your board, you know, because you've set up your dungeon, you've set up all the scatter terrain that goes in it. You know, you might not have enough space. So I can understand why they don't fit and why that wasn't a thing, but it's also disappointing if you can understand what I'm saying. But yeah, they look good. Obviously, they've got the ampersand on the inside, but they're nice. You can do heads and tails. So that'll be heads, that'll be tails. Oops. Tails. Right. There you go. That was issue 16. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to take a picture of the bag of the rust bag thing and send it to my DM because she's asked for a wish list of magic items and she said that she will try and include them in some way into the game. Yeah. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye.